Hi everyone. I went to the freezer. I had some leftover shrimp. Got to use it. I had a little bit of couscous still left over from another dish. Let's put it all together. And this is lemon basil grilled shrimp and couscous. A long title and big on flavor. Let's make it now. Okay, we need some ingredients. Got our baking sheet. I've got 4 metal skewers. If you've got wooden, that's fine. I had to use them too. A bowl for mixing. A lemon. Something to juice it with. Something to zest it with. Our couscous, of course, which is really just another type of pasta. A shrimp, about a pound, pound and a half. Some salt and pepper. Dijon mustard. I think I would have gone with brown spicy. Some fresh basil. And a little bit of olive oil. Let's get started. Obviously, we've got to cook our couscous. Some water. A little bit of salt. Optional, of course. And I put 1 cup of couscous. Ready to go. Then we'll put it in once we get our water boiling. In she goes. Now, if you're making it for 1 or 2 people, half a cup is plenty. You're not going to go wrong. That actually makes quite a lot of pasta. So while we're waiting for that to cook, let's get our lemon out, and we're going to zest her up. So that's just taking all the outside out and kind of zesting it with a little zester. Zesty, delicious. I only did a little bit because that's more of a garnish, so you don't have to be crazy about it. Next up, measuring cup. We're going to cut this in half and we're going to juice it. We need about 1/3 of a cup of juice, so I figure this 1 lemon should be pretty close. And this is fun. I wouldn't want to do like 100 lemons this way, but 1 or 2, it's kind of fun. It doesn't take long. Smoosh it around. That looks pretty close to 1/3 cup. We can work with it. So our couscous is looking good. We're going to take it off the element until we're ready for it. Okay, into a bowl. That's 3 cloves of garlic, along with our lemon juice. Now we've got a 1/4 cup of olive oil going into the mix. Two tablespoons of Dijon, and like I said, after having made it, I think I would have rather brown spicy. My daughter thought this thing was fantastic, so it's all personal taste. Half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, always to your choice, unless you're making bread or something where you need the salt to help. You can go with it, you can go with more, you can go with less. So we gave that a good mix. Look at that, looks nice. We'll set it aside. Now our couscous is ready. I'm going to dump it out because I don't want it cooking too much while we get everything ready. We'll get all that water in. We'll put her back in the pan till we need it. Just like that. Okay, now before we set it aside, we're going to take about a 1/4 cup of our mixture and throw it into the couscous. And kind of mix it around, of course. Okay, that's looking good. Let's get the lid on her. Put her aside till we need it because it's onto the shrimp. So here's where the baking sheet comes in handy because we need somewhere to put our shrimp. We've got the metal skewers. Be careful or you might burn yourself because they will get hot in the barbecue. Here's our shrimp. I had 2 different bags in the freezer I wanted to use, so I thought them both out. Slightly different sizes, so putting the skewers together, I was kind of guessing at how many I needed on each skewer. And I thought 4 would be enough, but I had a lot more than 4. Thankfully, I had some emergency backup wooden skewers that I normally use. Well, if I was going to start all over again, I probably would have used 8 different skewers for them all, but it's okay. So we got all these on. I kind of double poked them to make sure they weren't going to fall off, because I've had that happen before. You get them out to the barbecue or whatever and they start falling off because you haven't got them on very secure. But here we go with our raw shrimp. I had to go get 2 more wooden skewers, and they say you should soak them. I soaked them for about 5 minutes in water. Oh, here's all our shrimp, and I got just a little bit of olive oil. Actually, this is my olive oil with garlic in it. So we're just going to put a little bit on, hopefully crispy it up once we get out to the barbecue. And since I didn't actually brush the grill outside with oil, hopefully these won't stick too bad. So there we go, brush, 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 brush. You don't need a lot, believe me. I used to think you needed tons. No. Because oil spreads out real fine. So what you think is a lot is probably way too much. But let's get her out to the barbecue. Now here we go, with the assistance of my daughter, of course. So she's going to do them 3 at a time. And of course the top thing fell off, so I really did put a little too many shrimps on the skewers. I thought it was going to work out a lot better, but it didn't. And of course she kind of burned her finger a bit because obviously the metal conducts heat. And she picked her up without a glove or a towel or whatever. So once we rectified that, it only takes a couple minutes each side for these things to cook. You just want them turning pink. And they're once they turn color, they're pretty well cooked. So 2 minutes on both sides. If you really want them super crispy, keep them on for an extra minute or 2 on both sides. So there we go. It's looking not too bad. We've got all our shrimp ready to go. It looks to me like we haven't really lost any fellers to my barbecue. Haven't fallen through the grill at all. And that one looks a little crispy too. I like it. Let's go in and finish up our shrimp. So yeah, they don't look bright orange, but they are. Kind of seems because of the lighting. Sorry. Let's get them off the skewers. Yummy. Look at that. That's kind of a meal in and of itself. So what we need to do is bring back our bowl with the rest of the lemon sauce. And we're going to dump all the shrimp into it because we're going to give them a little lemon sauce bath. Because they asked me to. They need it. They said, what would be a better idea than swimming in lemon sauce? I really couldn't figure it out. So here we go. They're off the baking pan, and we're just going to coat them around until we get them all covered. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, we're almost done. So here's our bowl. Here's our couscous. And of course, the bottom layer is the couscous. And then our shrimp. And it's to whatever proportion you want. This was my bowl. I was going to eat this, so I can put as many shrimp in there as I want. And I did. The only observation I had with this is the lemon juice was really strong, and like I said, my daughter loved it. I thought it was a little overpowering. Oh, there's the lemon zest we finally got to use. But what I would do to eradicate some of that is not put the lemon mixture in the couscous, just keep it raw. That lemon mixture with the shrimp is going to mix in with the couscous anyway, and I think you'll do just fine. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.